Hey guys, before I start, there's a little bit of background noise throughout parts of this video. I think it was the air conditioning in my apartment, but of course I didn't realize how loud it was until I finished filming, so I apologize if it's a little annoying, but I think this is still a really good video with lots of helpful information, so I hope you can still enjoy it. Hello everyone, it's Julie from sproutsandstems.com here, and in today's video I'm going to be dividing my staghorn fern. So before I get into that, please take 2 seconds to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any new planting content from me. Any plants or supplies that I mention in my videos can be found at the link in the video description. And also in the video description are links to my Patreon or YouTube membership for exclusive planting content and to get houseplant help. And now I'll get into the video. I'm actually at this point not sure how many ferns are in this pot. There's at least 3. And I think there's more. That's what I'm going to be doing today, just taking it out of the pot and dividing it. And then in next week's video, I'm going to be mounting at least one because some I want to keep in this pot still. But I'm going to be mounting at least one of them on this. That's going to be public on YouTube. In my next exclusive video, I'm going to be mounting one on this seashell, because I thought that would look cool. So just so you know, that's what's in the pipeline. Staghorn ferns are epiphytes. That means that they like to grow on the surface of a tree, or sometimes little ones in rocks or cliff sides or something. But they grow on the surface of a tree, like a tree trunk, nestled in the bark and decaying debris and whatnot. They don't grow out of the ground in the soil like they are here, but they can survive just fine in a pot if you don't want to have a mounted fern. I'm just going to remove the hanger from this pot. Yeah, one of the shield fronds was starting to grow around the hanger, so definitely is looking for more space. So here's what it looks like from above. You can see various shield fronds kind of buried in there. And now I'm just gonna try my best to shimmy this thing out. Okay, I paused and have been working for a minute or two with this thing around the edges to try to or try to pry it from the pot. So, but I can feel it's getting looser. There we go. Wow. Look how shiny and molded to the pot that root ball is. Oh my gosh. See, there's not a lot of roots in the soil because that's just not how they grow. These are the shield fronds, the basal fronds, and they are sterile. They're not responsible for reproduction. They shield the roots of the plant. And once one of them, it's normal for them to brown and die over time. Another one will emerge on top of it, and the one underneath will just kind of decompose and be under there with the moss and the tree bark and the other debris and help the plant to get its nutrients. And then these fronds, the ones that look like the horns, why the fern is named staghorn, are the fertile fronds, and they're the ones that produce spores. So just a quick little explanation, but I do have a video about 4 tips for staghorn fern care, and I have a blog post too, so I will link to those in the description. When it comes to dividing a staghorn fern, you just want to find one fern, so one basal frond, remove it from the other plants as carefully and cleanly as possible, however that usually isn't super possible. So your plant is going to go through a bit of shock. It is a shocking process for any plant to go through, especially one where you have to kind of like break it apart, but try to be as gentle as possible. Anyway, the point is, there's not really an exact science. You are just literally dividing the fern that you want from the rest of the plant. I've managed to remove some of the soil around where I want to divide, but it's just so dense, the fronds and the soil. So I'm taking a knife and I'm just going to like cut around where I think one fern ends and one begins. This is not the first time I've taken a knife to a root ball, and it probably won't be the last. Please be careful if you do this. I'm trying to get this one. I'm getting closer to being able to just like rip it off. Gently, of course. All right, looks like we've got 2 ferns in this one clump, and I kind of like the look of this, so I think I'm going to keep them together. At the end of this video, don't worry, I will give you a better look at what I've divided. Right, this one seems to be putting up a little less of a fight. So I made another cut just like right into the root ball, or the soil ball anyway. Yay! There are a few ferns together in this clump, like smaller ferns. So I do want to separate an even smaller one out of here because I want to make sure this video is helpful, especially if you have ferns that are like mushed up together and not just like in a pot, but like in their own space in a pot. There is this main one, and then underneath it is a little offshoot. So I'm going to separate that offshoot. Oh, it's so cute. And as I said earlier, same thing here. You just want to try to get as clean of a break as possible. It is hard because they're all kind of like smushed up together. So just, try your best. I'm just getting to the base of the plant. You can see these are 2 separate plants here. One is an offshoot of the other. I'm using my knife to carefully spread the basal fronds apart and cut off where one is attached to the other. I'm not even so much cutting as I am just kind of prying and wiggling. Okay, before I finish this process, I want to make sure you get a good look at what I'm doing. This is where they were smushed up together, the backs of them, and this one, they're like connected. This one grew out of that one. I just want to make sure you guys can see what's going on. So I am just prying them apart right here in as clean of a manner as possible. All right. A little bit of damage, but we did it. We have this one, which the basal frond is all kind of like messed up because it was smushed against the other one, but it does have a small one growing. So I think it will be okay. And then this one. I'm grabbing my phone with my dirty gloves, but this one. That's the back of it. Okay, this one is actually 2, I think. this is one fern, and then this is another little tiny pup growing off of it. This one, these were attached to each other. These are the ones that there's two, but two or three actually, but I want to keep them together because I really like how they're growing together. I think they all kind of complement each other and I like them. And then some that are still in the pot. You can see those right there. And that is it for today. Yeah, that is how you divide a staghorn fern. You want to just do it as cleanly and simply as possible, but there is going to be damage and these ferns are going to be very shocked for the next little while. So now we just want to take very good care of them, give them some TLC until they bounce back. So thanks so much for watching today, everyone. Stay tuned for my video next week when I will mount one of these ferns, or maybe this big clump is the one I'll mount, we'll see. And I'll see you guys next time.